Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Welcome to Playoff Town. Population, myself, and you. Yeah, it's about time. There was so much season left to be casted, but unfortunately it had to go uncasted, at least from my side. Fortunately, some others have kind of taken it upon themselves to do that for me and cover all the matches. Check out Caution's casts and also Biomecha Man for the second tier matches. Anyway, this is gonna be the first leg of the playoffs, played out between the 4th seed and the 1st seed respectively in the RAGL Season 9 table. And the 4th seed in the southwest quadrant of the map, somewhat unexpectedly being 4th. Ranking 4th here is Mr. ZxGanon, the German Wunderwaffe himself, and also wannabe Goat Slayer, because his opponent is none other than the elusive Titan Slayer, Mr. GOAT, Defender of the Northern Realms, with a very brute force-ish strategy right there. 1 dog, 2 rifles. Oh, that is a terrible porn movie, don't look that one up. Ooh, already gained some nice value with just 1 dog. My lord. Also selling the kennel, by the way, so this is basically a zero-sum investment. This dog costs 200, the kennel costs 200, you sell it off again. Oh, I think the price got increased though, I think it's not 300. So you still make that like a net 150 loss, but it comes with such perks. Like, that dog has been super impactful. Sure, he can't rebuild it, but does he need to? Ganon rallying his scout into the north, and that completely reroutes Ganon's entire advance here. This means that he's going to be forced into taking the middle. Oh, map choice, we haven't talked about that one. There's a discovery. All I have discovered on Discovery thus far in this season is that it's a terrible idea not to go for the middle. So let's see if Ganon can make good use of that one. Every time I've played this map, I lost the middle, and someone lost the game subsequently. Alrighty. Nothing coming out here for Goat just yet. War Factory after double ref, so this appears to be a classic double ref map here. And Goat going for the throat. If you excuse the light pun here, he is taking the Wilderic of Ganon. So a super aggressive one, and he's moving back as well, just preserving all his infantry, just savoring his little skirmish victory there. Pretty good. Full detachment, the platoon strength is still intact, and look at their formation. Oh, those boys have practiced. They have rehearsed quite a lot. Rockets are starting to come online. Ganon is taking the middle though. So let's see what light vehicle of choice he's gonna go for. Flak truck. Yeah, makes sense. It's more mobile. It suits Ganon's playstyle more. Ganon is not he's a very much an in-your-face player, but he's also relying on mobile armies. Ooh, the dog going for another scouting run. He's already earned his stars and stripes there. He's gonna see that there's a... So close! Ooh, he micros it back just before the shot hits. What's funny is that the attack animation of the dog actually accelerates it. At least that's how it used to be in the originals. In OpenRA, it looks like it at least. So if you assign it a target, it just speeds up, but like, it zooms through the map. 50% speed increase or something. I love that dynamic little interaction. Black Truck is starting on its way to poking, and the engineer has been snagged by Goat, so pretty nice early game here for Goat, I'd say. Dare say so myself, but Ganon has the middle. So nothing out of the ordinary just yet. Finds a little scuffle with a rifle. And the Flak Truck has to give way. No, pushes away the APC for now. Goat doesn't want to get baited. He just knows he has infantry superiority. Should be the case. Ganon is on 5 Harvesters though, so he's slightly ahead on the econ because he didn't opt for the very expensive APC. The combat tab is gonna net a couple more kills here for Goat. That's nothing too crazy just yet. It usually boils down to the first engagement. 5th Harvester now online. And Ganon starting with the Master Axe as well. So both going for kind of identical builds. That's very much the meta. No engineer in here, by the way. Goat's engineer is waiting in the wings. Alright. He's in position. Ready for some capturing backdoor action. And Ganon is not going for that oil. That's kind of surprising, because this is an oil that is not very easily defensible. This was a fight or flight moment, and actually, wow, I did not expect this. Okay, APC goes down here, so little advantage, but Ganon is going in, my goodness. He's losing so many rockets. That was so unnecessary. After that little victory where he got the APC, that was a fight or flight moment for Goat, and interestingly, Goat pulled back, using the APC for line of sight instead, but that nets him a massive field advantage now. He's just got like twice the army assets. Yep, that's quite the dip. Let's see the army value. Again, yeah, 3k difference. Yikes. That's all the rockets down for Ganon for the time being. And Flame Tower being prepared. Ganon definitely has a Tesla coil up his sleeve. That's Ganon's signature move. Let me show you my signature move. Okay, tank is going in. First heavy starting to roll out of the factory for both players. It is obviously a Soviet mirror match at least. Ukraine versus Russia. And this is, like, those are very explosive players. I'm not expecting this to go into tier 3 late game. Let's be real here for a sec. Ganon is scouting out the position. That's quite nice. I think he's waiting for the Tesla coil to come online. Yeah, no way he's gonna get through here. Interesting how Goat is splitting up his infantry. Nice, the Tesla coil has been revealed. It is within line of sight as well. So this now becomes a dance for Goat where he just has to pick the correct rally point. Like, pick the wrong rally point and you're gonna lose 3 infantry a zap. Ooh, gets the Tesla coil down, that's big. Ganon thinks he has the field advantage, wants to push in, but both players are having almost their entire armies concentrated on this screen. I'm not seeing how Ganon wants to breach. He's trying. Ooh, low power for Goat. Might be a blessing in disguise because the Tesla coil didn't fire a burst just yet. Yeah, Ganon is committing. He's committing so hard for this Tesla. Loses... not worth it. Loses 1 heavy plus some infantry. But he's safely established his right-hand flank, and Goat's tank got intercepted. However, a little detachment from Goat himself has found its way into the juicy underbelly. While Ganon was busy dealing with his front line by just concentrating his entire army. Yeah. Goat just used the 3k army asset advantage. And on the right-hand side, Ganon is pushing in, trading blows here, but thus far, I don't think this is going to be mass overwhelming just yet. It's looking pretty solid for Goat in game 1. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is a best of 5, so this might go the full Monty. We might be seeing 5 games. Or it might end after 3, let's see. Alright, Ganon is losing so much infantry again. He is overcommitting. I've seen him overcommit a couple times in this season. Used to be something he was very good at. Not overcommitting. And now it's just thrown all that out the window. Ooh, last Zook shot connects here. 1 more O-Truck down. Ganon is down on expansion, down on O-Truck. And this O-Truck isn't mining either. Yikes. Right-hand side, another flank into the underbelly. Ganon is losing so many harvesters. Man, he's being demolished. Oh, Goat with the surround, with the full out base swipe. He just knows exactly where to strike. This is such a brutal game. Another 2 harvesters in peril here. Getting very low. Is this harvester gonna get killed by rifles? Not quite. Not quite just yet. And following it up with an MCB push immediately. If this is anything other than a Tesla coil, I would be surprised. Yep. That's right, son. And giving him the full-on 360 surround. 360 no scope, no rockets for Ganon. It's looking very dire. Another harvester biting the dust. This one is under serious duress. I mean, look. He has been dismantled. There is no way of sugarcoating it. It's 8 harvesters for Goat and 2 for Ganon. He just lost 6 harvesters over the span of a minute. Yeah, good night, sweet prince. That's it for game 1, I'd say. This map is very blue. Very Danish blue. And Ganon should be like the Prussian blue guy, but he isn't. Not very true to his faction. Okay, there's an oil derrick now, and never count Ganon out. Unless, you know, count him out today. Let's scrap that. Let's make that an exception to the rule. There's all the techies gathering here. Little business meeting of the technicians. Being interrupted by some rifles. Man. Ganon is not looking too hot in this series thus far. Oh no. Techies! Why are you going in first? Not like this. and another flank being prepared. This is just, yeah, this is the ultimate I gotcha move. Ganon frantically reproducing harvesters. He knows he doesn't have a chance. Ganon is someone who knows when he's lost. It's just that he doesn't wanna give him an inch. Again, Goat splitting up his army so nicely, and he knows exactly where to strike. He knows exactly Ganon wants to defend from this angle and that angle, so he's just going for the flank. He's just going where he suspects that Ganon won't have any assets, and he's completely 100% right thus far. That is like a 5 for 5 on flanks. He has never been spotted even once. Man, what a rough game. And soaking up the last expansion. I think that's like only the natural remaining for Ganon. It's basically 5 bases to 2 for all intents and purposes. Ooh, this is not looking pretty. Ganon has to seriously step it up in game 2. Cavalry is charging in. Another Ortruck down. Is he gonna connect? Yep. Zook shots tracking just far enough. One more refinery down. War factory falling as well. Look, Ganon, buddy. I admire your persistence, but sometimes you gotta call it. Yeah, there it is. Game 1. Being taken in a handy fashion here by Goat, who was not on tech, by the way, just tier 1.5. Let's take a look at the army graph. That was very staggering, like an army explosion around minute 11. That's 11 minutes of game 1. Yeah, let's see where this series leads us. I don't know if I'm gonna split it up in 2 parts or not. You know, I want to get that juicy ad revenue. Ka-ching! Well, just kidding. See you in game 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Rock and roll. Game 2 has been played out on Trail of Thoughts, I believe, yeah. Trail of Thought, that is a map I have never seen in the pool, and it's one that I even had to download, so I didn't even have it in the folder. One thing that strikes me as peculiar are the gem mines. Those are quite exposed, so it's not really easy to hold them, and you can't really get them past in the early game. You need to wait until the mid, at least, but they are very, those yield so much. Gem mines, and until the mid game, they're just gonna start accumulating. This is gonna be a gem field this size. So it's basically capture the gem mines or die. Not sure what to make of this map. Then there's gems scattered here, but really? That is kind of an interesting path. Anyway, let's see. It reminds me of Pit Fight with the hospital in the middle and so much clutter everywhere. Makes me wonder if that is symmetrical or no. It's kind of confusing. But anyway, Goat taking the first skirmishes here. No? Okay. Makes it into the Derek safe zone at least, so home base has been achieved. And pushing him off the hospital was not my first choice, but it just gives you map control. Medic being mixed in for Goat, so he has switched over to Germany, so he feels more confident this time around. Ganon, never change your running system. Never change a losing build, right? Kappa Pride. So yeah, what he's doing here is sticking to his guns, Ukraine all the way to the bank. Because Russia in top tier matches is not that good because it's unreliable. There is a very slim chance you're gonna get to tier 3. Thus far, out of all the matches I've casted in RAGL in the top tier, I think, what, 10% got to tier 3? If that at all. So all the tier 3 for Russia comes online at... no, all the tech for Russia comes online at tier 3. Whereas conversely, Ukraine has the best power spike in the game because you only need tier 2, and tier 2 is, I would say like 45% of all games have made it to tier 2. So definitely a higher chance of seeing those fancy tech units, or at least in the case of Ukraine, good old Ukrainian care package delivery systems. So this time it was Ganon cutting off Goat here and going for basically his natural Derek. But yeah, Goat was not flustered. She just took Ganon's Derek in return. So even Stevens for the time being. Pillbox queued up. And this just goes to show macro is relatively easy in OpenRA, right? Easy to get down, but those builds are so similarly timed. Like 1 second difference at best. Super nice position. The only thing that could punish this here would be an APC, because critical rocket mass is just not there yet, and there is a very narrow time window. I would say from, if you go double ref and then War Factory and immediately rush an APC, rush it to the middle of the map, you have one shot at basically crushing the entire infantry blob before the rockets arrive. It's usually my base assumption. Ooh, Ganon with an engineer in the wings. Engineer in game 1 didn't do anything, by the way. I was kind of disappointed. Ganon opting for a light tank, huh? Is that Ganon, or did he just give his gaming wheel over to Taelix? Come on, that's Taelix. That's not Ganon. Don't lie to me. Yeah, so that's a super easy wipe on the Wilderic. Sacking a medic? No, no. We ain't doing that around here. Alright. Pretty cool. With the flag truck, honestly, this compensation is just much less durable. If I were in Ganon's shoes, I would not opt for a fight here. Ganon is going, Goat is going for his classic combination again. 1 Ranger, 1 Light Tank. I love this composition. It kind of delays your 5th Harvester by a little, but it gains you so much map control in exchange. So even here, out of line of sight just barely. That's a standoff without them even realizing it. It's hilarious. Yeah, Goat inching his way a bit forward. Does he want to go in? I don't think he does. Ooh, Ganon's mobile flag out of position and being blocked by its own units, so just losing a couple of units to boot here. Ooh, mobile flag gets very low. Extremely low. Both the light vehicles. Okay, 1 light vehicle alive. That's a wipe. That's a full-on rout here. Also with the heavy tank. Like, the advent of the heavy tank was always gonna spell the inevitable demise of this army. So yeah, that's a nice win for Ganon now. Combat tap. 2k ahead, and there is more to come. There is more where that one came from. This is the surprise shock value tank that I usually... I don't like doing it because it delays your expansion timing. And if it doesn't have an impact, then you're basically gonna be late to the expansion party, and you're gonna lose out on map control and eco. But Ganon pulled it off successfully here. And who am I to argue? That was definitely worth it for him, rushing out a heavy tank on 5 harvesters before the first MCV. As a nice little cherry on the pie, gets the oil derrick off, Goats down as well. So far only rockets, jeez. You know what, Ganon is always skimping out on the rocket soldiers. He's playing so greedy. Ooh, this rifle has seen it all. Zap time. Definitely zap time. Goat is not looking too strong here. Also being pushed back, losing more assets, and the Tesla coil still stands strong. Yeah. I'm not seeing it for Goat right now. Maybe this is gonna be 5 games after all. Right now, 6k over 2k, a 4k advantage at minute 6. Yeah, kind of starting to stack up. And Ganon go for the Tesla push. That's the good old tried and tested ways. Oh. Doesn't find a parking spot. Oh no! MCV being pushed back here because those tiles and the debris are... you cannot deploy here. That actually might have given Goat some leeway to come back. Those couple seconds of delay. Yeah! Man, let's see. Still much of a bigger army for Ganon. There is now an expansion established. And Ganon only has this one mining expansion. Sure, he has an MCV roaming around the map, but... Ooh, that is gonna be excelente though. Excelente. He's gonna soak up so much ore. Again. This tile again blocking the deploy. Ganon is gonna be tilted. I know when Ganon is tilted. I know what gets him riled up. That definitely had him cursing at the OpenRA engine, I swear to God. Ooh, so many rockets in front. Oh, 1200 wood. That's basically an entire heavy tank being picked off for free. Heavy tanks can stay to trade. Shave off some camo pills. Yeah. Man, 5 heavies. Can you even stop this army? Can you stop this army, or is this just gonna be a steamroll? Honestly... yeah. I'm honestly not seeing it. Triple kill on the pillbox burst though. Hello, Mr. Goat managed to find his way into the backlines, somehow. Pushing back the MCV as well. Okay. Is that gonna be a victory condition? Ooh, pincer maneuver. First heavy tank gets downed, but there is more where that one came from. Wave of Soviet steel crashing into the base. Are there enough mediums? Let's see. For now, this has been dealt with, and the Ganon's main MCV still standing. The crushes. a bit idle here. Tank's being a bit too idle. So this is not looking good here at all for Goat. He doesn't have rockets left. Needs to fire up the rocket forges again. But the army for Ganon is getting thinned down significantly. Alright, starting to slowly get thinned down. Still so many. 3 heavies, and they're soaking so much damage. Goat needs some really good pillbox force fire. And another crush, but eventually, I think he's gonna lose this harvester probably. But eventually, he didn't manage to find much damage, this Ganon. He didn't kill a harvester. This army is now dead. What a swing! Still 10k ahead, my lord. I did not realize. I did not realize how dire the situation was for Goat. What's the econ like? Ah, he had the gem mines. He was mining from the gems the entire time, so yes, Ganon has done the same, but that still gives him a shot. My lord! How is he not out of this game just yet? Ganon lost his entire army in dealing with the base without accomplishing anything. He did not get a harvester, he did not get a refinery. Yeah, so maybe that's a turning point, but still, Soviet tank wave tactics. Oh no, Goat has found the unprotected spot again. He is so good at doing this. Just finding the blind spot, that one single blind spot in the base. Ah, that's so annoying to play against. But Ganon is now gonna brute force his way in there. The tanks are not in the front. What is going on? Is Ganon actually throwing this game? Are you for real? Is that Ganon throwing? I can already feel the tilt. I swear to God, he had this game 100% on lockdown. Assets are now slightly in Goat's favor. How? How is this physically possible? Used to be that Ganon was the most persistent player in the entire league. It was so tough finishing him off like a cockroach, always popping up in another spot, and always having one last backup army. But it appears that he has found his master there. Ooh, no crushes on the rockets. Lucky, lucky. Oh no, more harvesters being lost to random stragglers there. Ah, not quite. Not quite just yet. But Goat, man. 8k float for Goat. Hell yeah. Bring it on. This must be a Tesla push, surely. Coil is 13 seconds shy of coming online. Both should have the econ left. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of econ left on this map. This appears to be a map like where as long as you're holding the gem mines, you're gonna be good. Because they just produce a lot. Here's the Tesla. Zap time. At least gets one harvester. I think that's one of the first harvesters he's getting. But what is he getting in return? He's getting some buckshot to the face. Ooh, those harvesters were so low to begin with. 1 down. 2 for the books. Let's make it 2 for the records. I love how he's focusing on refineries. Barely anyone does that. But focusing on refineries means that your opponent, even if he has like 10 harvesters left, irregardless of that, he has to spend so much money in getting those back online, because long distance mining is just not very efficient. Man, what a savage game from Goat. He's now consolidating his forces into the middle again. Converging onto... again. He's doing it again. He knows Ganon's army positioning. He has seen that Ganon is defending. So he's going for the right-hand side and again finding an unprotected flank. Should, by the way, rush tech. Yeah, here's tech. Here's tier 2, we're seeing the advanced power plant, and those Tesla coils don't do jack squat. Man, it's just... is it disheartening or enjoyable to see Ganon being demolished like this? Yes. Another base getting downed. Ganon's entire army, it's a massive army, but what does it matter? He has lost all of his map control. Goat again, going for like just a little detachment. Finding something completely unprotected blind spots. Marauding through the countryside, man, those crushes. Okay, so, if there's any developers watching, help me out on this. Someone has said that the crush rate has increased at least they have perceived that the crush rate has increased. Is that actually the case or no? Oh, service depot being downed. That means no more vehicle production for now. And look, if you're forced into the old APC meta, yeah, those were not good days. Because mass infantry still murders that. Man, what a brutal game. Okay, now here's the big one. The big army push. 5 heavies leading the charge, but they're all kind of already in low health. And here's the first Black Hawk. Oh, the pillbox shredder. Completely shredding this army. If these were 5 heavy tanks on full health, the story would have been a different one. Like, look, I wouldn't have had to spin the narrative like this, but as it stands here, Goat's just the absolute best, the absolute master at finding the weak spots here. Ganon has nothing but Tesla Quills and infantry in production. This is over. It's all ogre. How has he done that, the madman? Ganon also has been so far ahead. Oh, there's tier 3. Here's Tanya online. And Goat has killed way less than Ganon has. By the way, just putting it out there. But it does not matter at all. Because, yeah, Ganon didn't find any econ damage whatsoever. Radar Jammer, Tanya, this is just... He's gonna start picking those off because Ganon is not even on tier 2. What does he have as a counter to Tanya? Nothing. Nothing at all, and with some good positioning. Ooh, the hit's starting to rain in here. Flak trucks need to be on their toes, but look, does it matter? Does he have a shot at winning this still? I'm just not sure. If you trade 1 mobile flag for 1 artillery, that's a nice trade, but it doesn't stop the snowball at all. Because now there is still a very important... You need a Yak. You need a Yak to basically, like, 1 single strafe could inflict, let's see, 2.8k damage. At least, at the very bare minimum. Because they could, 1 strafe could kill Tanya and the 2 artilleries in 1 pass, and then just see what you get from there with a crash. Man, the Radar Jammer, that's such a nasty addition. Renders all of this completely useless. And the RT's starting to pile in some damage here. Ooh, nasty hits. That's positional RT's gameplay at its finest. Usually a Soviet player does have Yaks to stop this nonsense, but not Ganon. Not today. Here's the first one. How close is he? That ain't close enough, buddy. That's 30 seconds on your Yak and you're broke. No, sir. Man, I love how he's using the Radar Jammer. Radar Jammer is a frontline tank here. That just means, like, they can soak up some rifle damage, and Ganon, notorious for skimping out on rockets. This is a do or die. And, no, this is not a do or die. This is just a die. Prepare for my die move! Wait, he got Tanya? No, she's still in the mix. There she is. Gaining some mad veterancy. He's trying to break this, but he can't even get to Tanya. She is going to town. Girl. Girl, you crazy. She on vet 3. That was a very spicy Tanya, and in the end, I think he overtook. Wow. Ganon was still ahead by the skin of his teeth in terms of combat, after all that massacre. I did not expect that, but I also didn't expect Go to win this, so what a comeback in game 2. This might be a short series, it might all end with the next game. We'll see. Is there gonna be a part 2? You don't know yet. Alrighty, see you in game 3.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
It's all in for Ganon. All or nothing, do or die. I'm expecting nothing short of a triple ref all in from him on this map. Let's see, Ukraine for Ganon again, and Goat has opted for... Ooh, it's a Ukraine mirror. Hell yeah. I dig. I dig. Who is gonna put the other in the doghouse? In a Soviet mirror, nowadays I would always go for the kennel. Ganon is of a different opinion. I don't know if that isn't gonna come to bite him in the arse, because look, there's the dog for Goat. That's it. And he's probably gonna sell the kennel afterwards, is he? I really like this trick because it gives you it refunds 150, yeah. Not 100. Okay, so the kennel just is $100, $200. That's fine. That is completely fine. Ooh, this spec chat is stacked here. I see. I like men, caution. Buffalo Bill. I'm happy. Happy, aka Clockwork, aka Archangel, aka I don't know how many monikers he's held over the past year, but there were several. Ganon not even trying to go for the middle. I think he might be rushing like an APC or something, just to make absolutely damn sure he's not gonna get sniped again. Engineer for Goat, we're going for a very safe route, and Goat is already relaying some of his forces to the other Derricks. That is something that is risky. If you do this, on the one hand, it means that you're gonna have less field presence, so your opponent can just go for like a concentrated push and immediately wipe your army. But since Ganon wasn't going aggressive at all, it kind of plays into Goat's game plan. Also shaving off the scout here, so Ganon doesn't know whether this is gonna be like commitment of all the forces to the south or whether it's just gonna be 2 or 3 infantry. It is the latter, but that's kind of the Caster's hindsight, Caster's 2020 vision. You know how they say Caster vision is 2020. Alright, he's trying with the dog. He's been successful with that stuff before. He's not putting it on hold fire, by the way, that's interesting. He's putting it on guard mode. Oh, might be more effective. Wait. Oh my lord. Does he have the range? I'm not sure he has. He needs to go like here? No. It's not happening. He doesn't have the range from here. Oh! I spoke too soon. Oh, what a snipe. Threading the needle here. That is some serious precision. I love that. Gets rewarded with a rank 2. And yeah, that sets Ganon back even farther. That's going to be an easy double Derrick over triple over 1 advantage here. Not nil at least, so Ganon has 1 Derrick going for himself. Let's see how that's going to stack up. Honestly, in the early game, it's wow, there's a 1k lead already. Huh. 2k earned difference. Are you kidding me? This early in the game? That's usually what happens to me, Ganon. Don't copy my build orders, don't do that. Excuse me? How is that possible? Both went double ref, right? There's now triple ref online, and on the double ref... I am so confused. There is 4 harvesters out for Ganon, a 5th harvester already in the makings. He went War Factory Rush, didn't he? That would have made sense. Then again, he had lots of infantry. Like... he must have gone 1 NG 10 rifles into War Factory. I didn't pay attention there, sorry. That's kind of... That's awkward. So a double ref build usually gives you more advantages early game and then kind of tapers off because you just don't mine as much with 2 harvesters over under 5. But yeah, this was being offset by a double by the engineer snipe and the subsequent double Derrick advantage. Don't know what to make of that one. Dog is still alive, by the way. Give this dog a snack. He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he gets snack. Engineer now going for the 4th Derrick. Really? Ganon is suffering hard. Well, the army tab is speaking a very clear language here. It's a 37 under 15 rifles. Plus a dog, plus an NG, plus an APC. What? I mean, look. Is this even redeemable? At that point, I'm just not quite sure against the top tier players such as Goat. Whew. Okay, the asset lead is only 1k for now. And Ganon has 1 more harvester, so he's got that going for himself. He probably went MCV Rush. Yeah, that must make sense. Probably War Factory first, into 5 harvesters into into MCV Rush. So he just feels like he wants to have the econ advantage and steamroll from there. But a wrench was thrown into, a spanner was thrown into his workings there. That didn't happen as much as Ganon had hoped. Huh. Okay, let's switch back to production tab. No fancy tier 2 shenanigans just yet, and both going for a... You can go for a diagonal approach, or you can go for a horizontal or a vertical approach. And right now, both going for a vertical approach on this map. It's kind of coin flippy. Sometimes you want to go... Sometimes you go for horizontal, your opponent goes for vertical. and one of you ends up with a very terrible MCV positioning that needs to be abandoned. That happens to me like 4 out of 5 times on this map. Dog being sacked now. That is a gory death. But anyway, I'm hearing some Tesla. Oh, okay, that's just the APC. Yep, you ain't getting out of here. No one's getting out of here alive. Next exit, hell. But he's established his base as well. So this is gonna be a brief window where Ganon is ahead in the macro department. He's gonna have an easy line of establishing his 3rd expansion there. Goat just doesn't have a refinery yet. Does have it now. Yeah, they're both very identical, regardless. Goat finding out this army, and that's already... Oh, that's gonna sting quite a bit. Combat tab. 1.3k difference for now. Ganon has a very nice formation here. Heavy tanks leading the charge. He has the cavalry. He should honestly be able to roll over this. Most of the infantry getting prone and thus being slowed down. So, yeah, starting to gain some value here. And he's really doing it well with keeping his tanks moving in the front. But that's armies converging. This honestly should... Ganon should not pull the trigger. He has seen how much larger this army is. Oh no. And he's in range of the base defenses as well. This is gonna be a massacre. This is gonna be like the massacre and wounded knees. Oh, a massacre of the wounded knee, yeah. 1 tank survives to tell the tale. If even that. Man, the other playoff... There are more playoffs. There's another leg of the playoffs and then the finals, and damn. I'm gonna cast that. I'm gonna cast that immediately. I'm hyped about that one. Ooh, the eco line's completely exposed. Ganon going for his converging there. Just not wanting to get his war factory sniped, and Goat does what Goat does best. Splitting his forces and finding weak spots. Attacking the weak spot for massive damage. I thought that was the crabs doing that, but it's the goats apparently. If Goat Simulator has taught me anything, it's that goats are capable of indefinite amounts of destruction. So it kind of makes sense, it lines up. Ooh. Yeah, we are going to suck up those casts for those replay casts faster than a Dyson on a dairy farm. That's gonna be something I'm really looking forward to. Oh no. 2 harvesters down here. 1 harvester down here. 1 harvester down here. That's how you go from like 9 to 4 in a span of... whoops. Ah, okay, 5 harvesters still alive. That is still sustainable econ in theory. Problem is, Ganon has nothing left here. Ooh, he tried for a base push there. Oh, I didn't. Had to go on with my tangent. By the way, I also saw from the corner of my eye, not only the 7.5k float, but also that Goat, yeah, went for a radar dome. So there's gonna be Black Hawks on the menu for now. That's gonna be a tough time to recover here. Again, going for the unprotected refinery. If this falls, it doesn't matter if the 3 harvesters survive. They'll have the long distance mine for the remainder of their career. And that sucks. Ganon doesn't have many rockets. He has a... it's kind of a meme at that point. Yeah, his eco is in shambles. His base, where is he going? This is such a fortified position. Goat can trade so well. Ganon has completely blown this series. Series was wide open after the mid-game in Game 2, where he was just completely steamrolling. But he gave away the advantage, and Goat is just someone who smells weakness. Yeah. Goat fact number 2, goats can smell your blood in the water from like 2 miles away. So that's what happened. V2s in defensive positions, that is so nasty. Against someone who doesn't have tier 2, defensive V2s are brutal because you need to snipe them with Yags. And you need to scout for them, or you need to just draw their fire. Wow, that techie, that was one of the biggest overkills. I mean, Soviet taxpayer money put to good use. The money of Soviet citizens being blown on V2 missiles. Good hustle. Finally he's taken out the middle. Please pull your infantry. Thank you, good sir. We don't want to see them sacked. Goat knows what's up. Sees the army coming. It's looking so dire. Dire straits here for Ganon. He's probably got one last push in him. I played Goat on this very same map and I went even for like 20 minutes until he was Soviets, yeah, and he had mammoth tanks before I even had tier 2 basically. It was not pretty. Ganon is trying to commit so hard, but there is too many rockets on the dance floor. It's just Ganon's lack of rockets coming to bite him in the ass again. It's just rifles left. The rifles, they do nothing! Ah, complete rout. Ganon knows the writing on the wall. Sees the writing on the wall here. Again, Goat splitting up his forces so nicely. I wager that... Okay, no, this was maybe just a micro mistake. Yeah. I thought he would have taken this pass here and just parked them the eco lines. That would have also been a really cool play. But as it stands, this is the victory lap. This is a clean 3-0 sweep. Ganon has been disposed of very swiftly this series. There is no way to sugarcoat it. Ganon has been absolutely dismantled. Ooh, that was some AoE. A little barbecue. Time for a little barbecue. One harvester, two harvesters, and let's make it 3 for 3. There is one harvester left here, one harvester parked here on very red health. Look. GG being called. Ganon is officially demolished. That is, the king has been dethroned, tier 3 as a kind of a sign of victory, cultural victory for Ukraine. Over the East Ukraine versus West Ukraine. That is kind of the gist of the game here. Yeah, this was nothing short of brutal, there's no other way of phrasing it. 3-0 clean sweep. I didn't see that one coming, I thought it would go into like the full Monty. But we're gonna have another series in I Like Men versus Morkel. And I'm really hyped about that one as well. That's gonna be the second level of playoffs, and then we're gonna have bronze match and finals, which are also both played at best of 5 as far as I can remember. So let's see how many games we have. It's gonna be a ton, and it's gonna be really good ones. Oof, rough series for Ganon. Let's see if he can recover in Season 10, but he still has a shot at, I guess, the 3rd spot. Let's find out more next week. Thank you for watching. 5 Aces out. Oh, one more thing. You thought I was done? Nah. I wanted to announce that next week, starting Tuesday the 28th, I believe, I'm going to have a streaming week. And yes, I know I couldn't stream a lot in the past, or I couldn't stream at all in the past. But the baby and my girlfriend are going to be out of town for a week, so I decided to use the opportunity to get back into OpenRA. And also the remasters a little bit, if you were interested in my opinion about that. Maybe I'll even publish the review. I've written it, but I didn't get time to film it just yet. So, if you're interested in that, I'm going to have a streaming week starting this Tuesday, the 28th. I think usually around 7 PM UTC. If you want to tune in, I'm gonna try and do that every evening for at least a week. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.